We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Gone. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's football 101, isn't it? Tip your cap to the rookie. He knocked that one away, but he better not relax. They're going to test him all game long.
Throwing on third. Gone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds. Incomplete. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Taken in at the 22. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. Here we go. Here's Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field. Was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From midfield now, Burrow. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's to Chase, he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to the voice.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On first down, it's gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Goff. It's complete to Williams. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Goff now looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could. It's caught inside the 25, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. Out of the gun, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A play fake for Swift, now Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a first down throw, gone. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Goff on first down.
That's once again complete to Chark. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 4 yards remain for second down.
To throw is gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and goal. Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On third down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And Burrow going to throw again. Open man is Chase, complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick slant caught by Chase. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And we're going to get a timeout.
with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA and power forward. It's a very difficult task.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That one complete. He finds Shark. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play action. It's gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Taylor now to return it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Burrow will throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and now it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Burrow going to keep it himself. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So out now come the Lions. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Goff on 1st down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Gone. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny two-play drive that time. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Lions now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 10. Goff again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Goff on 1st down. He's got this to Williams, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. On 1st and 10, Goff. One last shot at the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Goff. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one